Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Arkham City playthrough. So we're finally in the museum. We're wearing the Year One costume, and okay, yeah, Batman, that's great information. Just yeah, yeah, sure, right. Remote control battering, got it. But yeah, so we're in the museum. We're trying to track down Penguin and all sorts of other deals, and also these cops, which are this undercover group of cops that were sent in by Gordon, which obviously were discovered. Oh well, one of them is dead, so cross him off the list. Ah, there's Penguin. I always loved this design of Penguin, but the only thing that's missing and the promotional art had him wear was a top hat. I don't think it's complete without the top hat for any interpretation of Penguin, I would say. But I just love the details. Like he's got the little voice box thing on his throat for probably because he's a heavy smoker. And he's got the monocle, which is not really a monocle, and it took me so long to realize that's actually just a bottle. That's just the end of a bottle that somebody shoved into his eye. But it's a makeshift monocle, which is really cool. So yeah, like you could see the scarring around it, and it looks really cool. So I guess he hasn't had it surgically. I don't. Well, I'm trying to remember in the other games if he has it. I don't think he does, but it would have been interesting if they just kept that for like um for the other game. Let me look up Penguin's design, see if because I'm pretty sure he doesn't have it at night, but I might be wrong. Penguin Arkham. Oh yeah, he has it. He has it in night, and he also has it in he has it in Suicide Squad also. The only difference with the version in Suicide Squad, or at least it's just this picture I'm looking at, that the bottle is like, it has a bit of a greenish tint. So, but yeah, he still has it. Okay, yeah. Maybe it's Arkham Origins something, yeah. Because in Arkham Origins, he doesn't have a monocle. He just has nothing. So, which is accurate because I think it happened. They explain it in the Arkham City stories that he got it. He got it during, like, after being locked up in Arkham City. Like, he was in a bar, or it might have been right before. Like, he was in a bar fight or something, and somebody, like, shoved it into this part of the bottle into his face, so. But it's cool. I like the makeshift monocle. Just give him a top hat and it'd be perfect. But so oh no, Titan guards, Titan goons. What's up, buddy? I haven't seen you in a little bit. It's been a few years since I've seen one of you monstrosities. So I love Batman just looking around like, is this much of a challenge? So there's actually two ways to stun him, which I learned um like 6 months ago or something like that. It was last year, but you can stun him. You can obviously do the ultra cape stun, which is what the game wants you to do, but then you can also stun him with the explosive gel, which is really cool. And also, while you're riding on his back, they give you a couple moves you can do with the Titan Goon, which is the Titan Shockwave and the Titan Charge. So the Titan Charge, you run towards a group of thugs or whatever, and then the Titan Slam is like or the Titan Shockwave, whatever the hell they call it. That's when he punches the ground, and it just kind of disorientates everybody around him. So, and miss. Damn it. Damn. Well, that sucked.
I found Penguin.
And Mr. Freeze, have you located the cure yet?
Not yet. The situation is worse than I thought. Penguin has a supply of the Titan formula.
And Oracle. Oracle's here. Oracle's back from Arkham Asylum. Same actress, and she's basically doing the same role this time, being Batman's lady in the chair. Her support, or his support anyway. So, alright. Remote control, batarang. Oh, okay. Third time's the charm. Well, that's a little disappointing, but you know, these things happen. So I was trying to open that gate up there. You can open up the others, but you need like a charge, and also you gotta fit it through a window, and it's a process for sure. So. I remember, and we'll get to this in the next room, but the process of getting through the museum the first time was such a pain in the ass. But my thoughts on the museum now is like, I like coming through, like I like the area, but also it feels like the whole way to Penguin just kind of drags the story. Like there's a huge chunk after you go to the GCPD and arriving at the museum to go fight Penguin. Like there's so much shit you have to do just to get into this place. Like firstly, it's like you go to the GCPD to find Mr. Freeze, and then you find out he's captured by Penguin, so then you gotta go to the museum, you fight some knife dudes, you find out there's disruptors and shit. And then once you actually get into the museum to save Mr. Freeze, you find out there's an undercover group of cops you gotta save, and it's so much that it just slows the pace of the story down to a crawl. So, like, it's still entertaining, and I like Nolan North as Penguin. I remember some people criticizing him back in the day, but I never really had an issue with him personally. Maybe I'm just stupid, but that's just me.
Feel free to join me in the Iceberg Lounge so I can kick your ass again.
But there's just so many obstacles just to get to the little fucker. There's so many things so many hurdles you gotta jump through, and then it's still not even the end, because as we're gonna see here in a few minutes, like this room in particular, there's a fucking shark in this room. So, like, once you save the cops and once you save Mr. Freeze, then, like, he's got Mr. Freeze's cold gun, and you gotta find a way to disable that or countermeasure that. And then even before you can hit the little fucker, there's a giant zombie in the basement you gotta fight first. So, there's so much to just dissect, and there's so much hurdles to jump through just to get to the fucking dude. So, but, yeah, this room in particular, the first time playing this game was such a hassle. Because it's like, it's 4 different ways. Oh, Jesus, a shark. Yeah, that's Tiny. Tiny the shark.
Sorry, Batman. Did I forget to mention my little friend down there? Me, Tiny. Who'd have thought a big fish could be so useful? Not me, that's for sure. He's like a mobile garbage truck.
I love that Tiny makes a comeback in the next game. He's only in the Nightwing DLC, but he's still there, so, which we'll show off at some point or another. But yeah, before we even can progress, we gotta save the officers that are in this room. So we have this guy that's frozen up against the wall, and then we also have this other dude, which is over by this way. But instead of going this way for the cops, we're actually going to go the opposite way and go save Mr. Freeze first, which I'll explain here in a second after we talk to this dude. But yeah, for the longest time I always did the opposite, where I always saved the cops first, and then I went after Mr. Freeze. And then I realized, especially in the first 2 games, there's ways to cut down the time of the playthrough. So, like in Arkham Asylum. I think I showed it off in Arkham Asylum. Or I didn't. Or I might have shown it off in the Penitentiary playthrough, but, you can go, when you get to the Botanical Gardens, and when you go through that door and he throws the cop into the security guard into the electric water and he dies, you can circumvent that by going to the junction box first and shutting that down. So nobody has to die. And then also, I found this out, after the fact, but after, I think it was, when did Swifty, oh, that was at the end of the year. The end of 2024, we were doing the Asylum mod stuff, Asylum mod streams, and he told me that, he's like, yeah, after I leave the Botanical Gardens, I don't go talk to Cash, I go straight to the intensive treatment, and the game continues on as is, and I'm like, wait, what? I was like, I need to try this out. So we started up the stream. I think I was in the BTAS costume or something, and the stream started outside the Botanical Gardens. I'm like, all right, so tell me again. He told me, he's like, yeah, just go to the intensive treatment, and I'm like, okay. So I went straight to the, I went to the intensive treatment. Line launched into the building, or like got up top of the watchtower. Line launched in. There was no sniper. And I just realized that this was a thing. I just learned about this like 2 weeks ago. Realized like that thing can happen, so I wanted to show that off. But anyway, I got to the intensive treatment. I went inside, and then the screen shook, and Oracle was like, "Did you feel that?" And it's like, "Yeah, the game just continues on from there. That's pretty cool." But anyway, you can cut down your game time by doing that. Anyway, so before we knock him out, here's the second brother. This is Mr. Hammer's brother, Sickle. They are both the Abramovich twins, and yeah, so this one isn't wearing clown makeup. He's got penguin tattoos, I guess, or a penguin tattoo on his arm, or whatever the hell you want to call it. So, oh, what the hell just happened there? I have no idea, but how? I mean, yeah, I do. I love it's just like, yeah, I'll tell you everything. Thank you. Knockout. Doesn't like we're gonna skip the whole part of which trophies are in which place or whatnot. Oh yeah, before we save him, we have one more thing in this room that we're gonna take out, and that'll be fun. So yeah, we got this Titan container. We only have one more, which is in going into Wonder City, which we'll take out on the way there, or I'll take out here soon once I'm recording the game again in a little bit. But yeah, so there's Mr. Freeze. He's not looking so hot. With all that muscle mass that he has, he looks like Dr. Manhattan a little bit. Also, I love that he's voiced by Maurice LaMarche or something, whatever the guy's name is, I forget. He was at a con, the year that I met Kevin Conroy, he was in the booth right next to him. I wish I had gone over and said something to him, but yeah, that's the Brain from Pinky and the Brain voicing Mr. Freeze. I always love when they do this kind of thing for voice actors, where it's just like, I didn't realize at the time, like, that was the Brain. I knew what Pinky and the Brain was, but I didn't realize at that moment, it was like, oh yeah, that's the Brain. And then it was, like, crazy learning on, like, for Spider-Man 2000, or the Neversoft game, Venom is voiced by Cosmo from Fairly Odd Parents. If you can get that image in your head, then, you know, that's crazy to think about. The kind of range that dude has, like, from Cosmo to Venom, is just insanity. But yeah, here's me talking Spider-Man in a Batman playthrough. Isn't that my thing? But So yeah, we gotta go back and get this override chip or whatever the hell, you know, whatever thing.
It's been a pleasure, Victor. Keep thinking about the cure.
Damn, Arnold, you lost so much weight in between here. But I love this. I love this look for Mr. Freeze with the Tron lights and stuff coursing through his body. It's so cool. So confront Penguin in the Iceberg Lounge. Well, we're gonna go save the cops next part, so we're gonna go do that, and then yeah, we'll finish off the Iceberg Lounge and the museum next part. So have a good night. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care, everyone. See ya.